Well, here we are at North Shore Lake Comanche in Ione, California. And I think it's just me and one other couple that are camping, at least on this loop. Those people in the white pickup truck right there. But yeah, we are set up. We got camp pretty much all set up. It's 2 o'clock. And it must be a target range or something out there because I'm hearing lots of gunfire. And I saw a sheriff's deputy go out there, so it must be maybe the sheriff's shooting range. But here we are at Lake Comanche. It's typical for the drought that we're in here in the state of California. Lake Comanche is pretty low, but there is water in it. So there's the lake. So at any rate, we're camped out here. Going to be here for about 7 or 8 days. I'll be here through leaving next Sunday, a week from tomorrow, so we're all good to go. It's a beautiful day out here and gotten some rain here recently, so things are starting to green up. That loop of campsites is not open right now. It's just this is the main loop and they've got this open. And we're just going for a walk around the loop here and gonna go check things out. Remy is a grazer, and so she likes to graze on fresh grasses, and there's definitely some fresh grass around here. So she's loving this. So the really neat thing, especially this time of year, is how all the little weeds start to germinate after some rain and a little sunshine, and it just looks like a astroturf sort of look out there. So there's a lot of folks that are out here fishing, and there is a boat launch area that you can rent boats at and go tooling around this area. So definitely something to consider for those of you that like a little quieter and slower pace to life. This is really nice. I'm really enjoying the heck out of this. I'm the only one that's on this loop now. So even though it's very quiet and somewhat isolated, it feels very safe. It's a very very well patrolled by East Bay Mud staff, and occasionally you see a county sheriff come through. Yeah, no, it's a very nice location. I'm really getting into this sort of camping. Well, good morning, and this is Monday, the 10th of January, 2022, and I just wanted to take a moment to look out my window at my glorious sunrise I've got going on here. This video is not doing it justice, I can tell you that right now, but it is simply beautiful. And just kind of enjoying the sunset here, this pretty oak tree, and the view of the lake that's out there. Just kind of enjoying the whole experience of every place that Remy and I venture out to. Very pretty, especially this time of year. So yeah, if you like to see green and not a whole lot of people, this is the place and the time of the year to come here. So Remy and I are out for a walk. We're going to go fly the drone here. And There's a path over there, but it kind of takes us a ways away from where we want to go, which is up to the top of that little hill there, and use that as a LZ for the drone. So I'm flying the drone out over Lake Comanche, and looking out to the north right now, you see just how big the lake is. Then as the drone pans towards the left, we start to look out towards the west and can see the sunset and the sun reflecting off the lake in that inlet below. As we continue to pan towards the left, we start to see the area that is where the boats come out of from that boat launch area. Kind of finish our panning looking at the peninsula campground that I'm staying at. And now I start to descend the drone back into where Remy and I are hanging out. And I find it interesting how much Remy watches the drone. Okay, well, if you look right through that hole between those branches on that tree, you can see the motorhome. And so we've walked up to this hill over here. Not at the top, but it's the only place that I really had a view of the motorhome from up here. And this is Lake Comanche. Very pretty. We could walk further out, but I think we'll save that for another day because the sun is fleeting and it is going to get pitch black out here this evening, which is going to be very cool, but it's going to also be unsafe if I don't have a light with me, and right now all I got's my cell phone. So at any rate, that's what we're seeing so far. Like I said, Remy loves to graze. But I bet if I start heading back here in a second, she'll be like, oh, okay, we're walking, we're hiking, we're exploring, because she really likes to do this. Come on, Remy. Come on, sweetheart. Come on, Remy. Come on, baby girl. Come on, Remy. Yeah, she gets kind of jumpy, but she's really enthralled with fresh greens. She's like, Dad, I could graze out here for months. At least until it starts to dry out, Remy. Come on, Remy. Come on, baby girl. Come on. Over the tree. Over the tree. Come on, baby girl. Come on. Let's go down this path. Well, it's about 10 minutes after 5 on Tuesday afternoon, the 11th of January 2022, and I've had just some of the prettiest sunsets while I've been here at the Lake Comanche campground. Just the camera doesn't do it justice as to how pretty it is, but it's been very enjoyable and just enjoying the heck out of this. So there's the motorhome up there in the center of the screen. You can see the flag waving, and Remy and I walked down here to basically the edge of the water, the edge of the lake where it's at this point, and just thought that this was really pretty. I mean, the way the sun was reflecting off the water there. It's a little breezy out today. It's between 5 to 7 knots, and so it's causing some ripples in the water. It's not real glass-like, but it's still very pretty. So my boss came over the other day and had lunch with me, and he remarked on what a wonderful dog Remy is. And he's absolutely right. Hi. Yes. She will literally just hang out on the couch at 4.5 hours while Daddy works in the morning until lunchtime. And then I'll take her outside and we'll get a little air and a little exercise and stuff. And then after that, we'll come back in, I'll give her a treat, and then I'll sit down for another 4.5 hours. And she will just lay there like a good dog, just being wonderful. And she's She's probably one of the best dogs you could ever ask for. I've had some wonderful dogs. All of them I've loved dearly. But this is definitely the most patient, and just she'll wait forever for Daddy to say, let's go do something. So that's my Remy. She's the best. I love you, baby girl. I love you. One of the things that I wanted to talk about is that Remy has just been a rock star when it comes to this trip. She just, it's wherever I am is where she wants to be, and if that means we're going down the road, then she lays on the couch and waits for us to get there. So she's been really good. She, she has things that she's interested in. Like right now, she just saw some ducks that landed out in the pond out there. And now that the ducks have landed and they're just kind of hanging out there, she's just kind of looking around now. But she's being a great companion. She, is always got my back. But if there's nothing going on, she's totally content to sleep. And she does a lot of sleeping, don't you, baby girl? Yes, you're good, Remy. So, at any rate, that's a little bit about Remy. She's been faring very well. She's eating normally, and everything's going great. She's drinking normally, and just a happy and healthy pup. So, that's Remy. And oh yeah, and she loves her treats. She's doing well on her treat consumption. Not any more than normal, but I do hope that as I progress through this trip that I'm able to find some of her favorite treats, like the Nylabone nibs. Yeah. So speaking of that, since we're done with our walk, I'm sure she thinks it's treat time, so we're going to go up and take care of that for her. And this is a great place to bring your kids, because they can just go down and play in the shrubs and stuff and just have a good time. Just a wonderful place for a family to come spend some time, or a single person to come spend some time. So yeah, just come and check out the Peninsula Campground here at North Shore, Lake Comanche, and have a wonderful time. So our first stop today is the Preston Youth Correctional Facility. And this used to be operated by CDCR and the Division of Juvenile Justice, but it's been shut down now for several years. And this is what we call a sally port. This is the place where they open the gate, the bus rolls in, they close the gate, and then there's a gate on the far end that opens up and the bus can roll into the rest of the facility. One of the hallmarks or landmarks of Ione is the Preston Castle, and it is the centerpiece, or the most iconic part of the Preston Youth Correctional Facility. The castle opened in 1894 as a reform school. The facility here at Preston closed in 2011, so it was in operation for more than 100 years. Today, the castle is a landmark that is being preserved and being restored by some of the local volunteers. The castle is open for tours on occasion, but specifically around Halloween, when it's used as a sort of spooky landmark. Now, just up the road from the Preston Youth Correctional Facility is the CAL FIRE Training Facility. The CAL FIRE Training Facility here in Ione is one of two. It's the original academy that was established for CAL FIRE, where they train new CAL FIRE firefighters. There's also a additional academy down in Ben Clark Field down in Riverside, California.
And I think the wind's making it a little odd too. He's actually listening for the crackling sound. long as it's crackling, it still has enough oxygen for it to consume. See how it inhales down low and exhales up high? Perfect example right there. You're looking right in the face of it. Come on.
So as I'm traveling through Sacramento here, there are some roads that you go up the hill and then you go whee down the hill. Woo! Put your hands up. And then you got the turn coming up. So yeah, there's some interesting roads through here, and then you got a 10-mile-an-hour turn up here. So you gotta be paying attention when you're going through some of these roads in Sacramento County. Our next stop here was the old Folsom Powerhouse. Built in 1895, it was one of the first alternating current powerhouses built in the U.S. Up until this point, people would have direct current generators at their homes that might power lights if they were lucky enough to be able to afford that. But this is the first opportunity that they had for developing alternating current and distributing it over large areas of homes. Prior to the pandemic, the powerhouse was open for tours, and they'd have a docent that would explain to you what was going on inside. But it was basically a hydroelectric power plant where the water would flow from up above down into turbines down into the building, which would then turn the generators, generating three-phase electrical current, which would then go through the transformers and out to the Sacramento area. As the water traveled down from the forebay into the turbines in the powerhouse, the water would then travel down by gravity out the afterbay and would flow down the river. This building housed the superintendent's office as well as the machine shop, where they had a lathe where they created replacement parts for those that might fail. This power plant operated for more than 50 years, generating electricity for the Sacramento area. Next part of our visit is the Johnny Cash Trail. The Johnny Cash Trail initiated from the fact that Johnny Cash performed at Folsom Prison, which is not very far from here, and eventually, after much advocacy, the decision was made to make a Johnny Cash Trail around Folsom Prison and a good chunk of Folsom, and the trail is marked by these picks on the ground. So let's go take a look. The Johnny Cash Trail is 6.5 miles in length, and it's paved, so it's excellent for bike riding, running, walking your dog, as long, of course, as you've got your dog on a leash. There are little offshoots off the trail that allow you to take paths to other parts of Folsom if you want to go check out downtown, Old Town Folsom, or anything like that from the trail. Now, unfortunately, since 9/11, Folsom Dam Road has been closed for concerns of a terrorist strike against the dam, which would inundate the Sacramento Valley with water. But what we're seeing right now as we go on Folsom Crossing Road is the dam there off to the left, and then off to the right we've got Folsom Prison. As you see there's a back gate for Folsom Prison, California State Prison, Sacramento at Folsom. Well, hi there, and today is Saturday, the 15th of January, 2022, and it's the last full day that Remy and I are camped out here at Lake Comanche in Ione, California. It's been a very enjoyable stay here. There are a few rigs that are out here this weekend. Really, the only rigs that are out here are the ones that are directly behind me now that have come out here as kind of a group. There's about 5 rigs that came out here, and they're enjoying a little family and friends get together for the Martin Luther King birthday weekend. And this has just been really enjoyable. It's been nice because there's been lots of green hillsides. The motorhome has done exceptionally well, especially after I fixed a little problem with the electrical that was a problem of my doing. So once I got that resolved, it's just been amazing. And even before I got it resolved, it was doing great. So Remy has been a consummate, wonderful traveler, and she's just been no problem whatsoever. She just really adjusts well to the living in the motorhome, and so that's about it. So we're pulling out tomorrow morning, heading down to Acton, California, which is north of the LA basin and south and west of Bakersfield. It's kind of towards almost Lancaster sort of area, but I'm going to be able to do some distance visiting with some family down there, so that'll be good, and that's really all I can ask for. So have a great day, stay safe, and have safe travels. Take care. Bye-bye.